Uh, alright, well, let's see if this fucking works. Hopefully it does. That would be awesome. Test, test, test. Alright. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Ryan Talk, which I guess this is what this series is called. It's where I talk about stuff. I know, great series name, but I don't have really a good series, or a good name for the series, I should say. So, this is, kind of on the same theme as the last, one, which was talking about my depression and anxiety experiences. Let me just try again. So, this one's kind of along those lines a little bit. It's still on the conversation of my my mental health, but it's not like talking about experiences I've had. It's more like discussing the feeling itself. So as you see by the title and the thumbnail, which I had two of them, by the way, I think I did pretty good on it. I didn't choose my friend Jake and my friend Hunter. My friend Jackson, I gave them two. One was Kobe by himself, and then one was with Kobe and Powell, and they picked the one with Kobe and Powell. So that's how I decided. Yes, I know, great use of my friends there. Anyway, so this is talking about a feeling of loneliness even when you're surrounded by people. Now, if you don't kind of understand what I'm trying to talk about here, this is basically this is when you have that feeling in your head that you don't have anyone that you have that feeling that nobody truly knows who you are, or like what you do or how you feel, despite having all these people around you, because you were too scared to talk about it, or just not comfortable talking about it with them. I suffer from this a lot because I have varying amounts of problems in my personal life that I don't talk to anyone about at all. There are some things that I do talk to them about, and there's others that I don't. And the reason this is I don't really I don't want to get emotional around them, because talking about them makes me emotional, and I don't want to have people see me at a point where I'm vulnerable. Even if they're really close friends of mine, I don't like seeing that. Now, the reason that Percy may feel this way varies from the reasons. It could be from personal, it could be from family problems, it could be work problems, it could be health problems, it could be all sorts of things. But the feeling around them is nonetheless the same. You go through these problems and you feel like you feel like no one is there to help you, and you're doing this on your own when there are people like that to help you. Now again, this doesn't mean that you're not going to talk about these problems with anyone ever. It just means you're not gonna you just won't ever really discuss them much ever. Maybe you'll discuss it once or twice, and then after that you're just kind of oh, got no one to help me in this but myself, when that really isn't the case most of the time. But there's just some people out there that you feel can't help you. And while that may be true to some extent, it's always good to try and talk to those people about what they they go through, you know, because like I think about all those things on a daily. I think about a lot of things on the daily that revolve around my current status in life, and there's some things that are just like normal things, like, oh, what am I gonna do today, or what am I gonna do in the future? And then there's other things I think about, and it's kind of like I don't want to like discuss them with anyone because I'm gonna get emotional talking about them, and I wanted to. I just don't like myself being in that sort of position, even though it happens so often.
Pull my finger.
I'm not to say a sensitive person, I'm not, but I'm a very, like, it's very easy for me to get, like, very emotional, no matter what, just like anger, sadness, happiness. It's very easy for me to get that sort of emotional way. I don't know why it is. I probably go to a doctor for that, but who needs a doctor when you have fucking self tell you why you're like this. So I guess some of the issues themselves might not seem that big to them. I guess maybe that might be the problem itself. It's kind of just so easy to get emotional to things that maybe the issues themselves aren't that big of a deal, and because I'm so like quick to like react in a certain way, I just think they're way bigger than they actually are. Which, in some instances, yeah, that is true, but in some other instances, it's very not so much true. But I just think it's true because I see all of my friends in very much, I look around and I see how much more successful they are than me and how much more accomplished they are than me, and we're all around the same age. So I guess I kind of just think my problems probably aren't that big of a deal compared to what the stuff that they have to deal with. When I shouldn't feel like I have to do that, because if I put off my own problems for too long, eventually I'm just gonna become someone just. How the fuck did I just die? Okay. I feel I'm just gonna end up becoming someone. Oh no, I'm just gonna end up becoming a guy who talks to everyone who have problems to try and make them feel better, while I have underlying problems that may be worse than the problems that they have, and I will never see mine resolved. And it sucks because I'm always just having this inner battle that I can't really discuss with anyone, because I feel as if it's not worth their time and they're not gonna care for it or think little of it, think less of me as a person. I don't know if that's true or not. With some people I'm close with, I do feel like that is the case, and with others, I feel like it's not the case at all. So I guess it's kind of just a psychological thing that I think that everyone must think like that. So I guess that's why I kind of I think like that. I guess I didn't change the article. That's good. My reticle fucking changed, maybe? Anyways, I keep getting affected. I am actually playing a game here, so. That's crazy. I need one fucking Club 13. I can't do it. liar, you head glitching, you fuck. God damn. What the fuck is this? Yo, flip the fucking spawns, please. Okay, that didn't fucking help me at all. And I usually I would have a kind of a solution to these problems I'm gonna try and do, but I don't have one for this one. I just kind of have to deal with it. Hopefully that won't be the case in the future, but I know these people care about me. It's just I've been so inclined to think like this because no one I knew before high school ever really cared about how I felt as a person that wasn't in my close family, so I kind of just thought it wasn't important to talk about what's going on in my life. I'll tell you guys a story about some people that I know, or I guess used to know. It's just would be a kind of a term. I don't know, it's kind of weird right now. So I was friends with these two people. I hope they never see this because it's gonna make me look like an asshole. And I don't know how they feel about me right now as a person, or how they felt about me as a friend when we were, but I'd like to think we were pretty close as friends. And we hung out a lot, we talked a lot. Anyway, those were the only two people that I was ever able to really talk about it with and feel comfortable. Unfortunately, some things happened that I'm not gonna go into. Maybe another time I will, but I probably won't, because I don't want them to see this and get more upset at me. But anyway, the thing is, those are the only people that surely knew the extent to what I was going through, and they were very supportive in a way that they wouldn't antagonize me for it like I thought anyone else would. And I never told them I was thankful before all this happened, which I regret. I hope they both know that they meant a lot to me as not only a friend but as a person. But to tie that all back to what I was talking about earlier, those are the only two people that I had to talk to them about, and I never did it often because I wanted I wanted all of my friends. I was always trying to act like I was so cool and awesome and this stuff, and not a complete fucking, if I'm being honest, a complete fucking loser. I always tried to like act way meaner and just more of like an ass than usual because that's how everyone else sort of acted. And I never talked about the things I was going through enough to the people that I had a feeling they should have. Well, not they should know, but I would have told that they would have made me feel better. And you know, now I regret it because I lost those two to my own actions, and now I kind of don't really have anyone anymore that I feel comfortable talking about them with. But the
Watch one enemy. Watch one enemy.
the point I was going, the point where I was going with that. I guess it's better to tell people then. Because the thing is, with the way I feel, I can't. Like, I don't know how they're gonna act. Like, I just wanted my friends to think I was cool, and I guess I didn't try to show enough of the person who I actually was. So it kind of stinks because now I just feel like I'm all alone with no one who truly knows the person I actually am. And I'm scared to show people who I actually am because I feel like they're just gonna throw me to the wayside like I'm a fucking empty chip bag. And then I'm not gonna have anyone again. And in a time like this where I just graduated high school, I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to handle it.
Another kill. Five kills.
I guess the message in this story.
Hostile field upgrade. Enemies rearming. Enemies rearming.
I guess the whole message of what I'm trying to say is just try and find people that if okay, oh no, that's a whole different topic for another time. If you have this feeling in yourself, just know that there is people there for you. There'll always be people there for you.
Assaulting target.
Even if you don't feel it, that they are. You just can't express it, but in spirit and in the reason they talk to you, they're gonna be there for you. So
Get down, frag. Get down, frag.
that's the main takeaway from this, and something that I wish I had used beforehand. Because now I kind of feel like I gave the wrong impression off of some people that I was close with, and now I'm sort of paying the price for it because I have lost a lot of friends. Well, no, I think not a lot. I've lost maybe like 5 or 6 because I became not as the way they wanted to act, and it hurt a little. It hurt a lot. I lost, I think, 3 or 4 of my close friends, I think in January of this year. I knew them since in middle school, I'm pretty sure. And it hurt a lot, losing those people. They're people I deemed as crucial to me becoming who I am as a person. And to not talk to them anymore, be able to hang out with them anymore, it truly hurt me a lot. At the time. Now I don't care as much because I got people now that I'm much closer with that are able to make me feel better than when I was around those people, because I now realize they were very rude to me. And while I'm also not a nice person by any chance, I'm not that much of an asshole as they were, so I guess it's good to find a balance of people, because if I had told them how I felt right now, and they had reacted the way I thought that someone could, then I would have been fucking screwed, because I'd have nobody else to really talk to. So I guess losing them in hindsight might have been a good thing.
Heads down, sniper. Heads down,
Even
sniper.
if something worse in the future might happen, at least I was able to get people out of my life. Not by my own doing, but I was able to get people out of my life that I felt just weren't very good for my development as a person. So, let's wrap it all up again. this feeling of loneliness when you're surrounded by people, it's one of the worst things you can feel. It's one of the worst things I've ever felt because it's so not true, but you just don't know if you don't know whether it's just you thinking or what they're thinking. So it's kind of, you're just kind of stuck in this limbo where you are so emotionally wrecked about these subjects and you need to get them out to someone, but you just can't do it, so no matter how hard you try to.
Line's nearly up. Line's nearly up. Close it down.
So yeah, that's about it. Sorry if I rambled a lot in this one. I don't do these with scripts at all. I kind of just go off of my head. That's kind of why they're all like messed up and like they get off topic a lot. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.